for you. You said that consumption of pornography is cheating. Pornography creates weak men, and it seems you seem to have this. It's also the case for women too, though, correct?
Yeah.
Women consuming pornography, that would be cheating too. Okay. Now, I think there's a bit of a differential here. And if I grant to you that consumption of pornography is cheating on the man's part, now I'm not going to frame it from a cheating perspective, but I would argue that men watching is the equivalent of women using social media. That's it. That's my whole point.
Can
Yeah, like in what way?
Right. So men and women are different. Men want sex, women want attention. And so, what, disagree or?
Do you not think men also want attention?
Nope.
Legal beef.
Not to the same degree that women do.
I think it depends on the person.
If,
Yeah.
Sure,
Are you trying
yes.
to say,
there are
like, using social media as
Yeah, but
just like posting?
The
just to
damage
clarify,
it's
speaking
doing
in
to you-
generalities.
I would
Speaking
argue.
in just general. Sorry, my bad.
So I would argue that there's this, a lot of women seem to take quarrel with men watching. I would not want to date a guy who watched, or you would see it as a potential like yellow flag, red flag.
Ryan McCulloch donated $69. Ladies, I'd like to point out
That's a good point,
the sooner
Ryan.
you have children, the longer your kids will have access to you in their lifetime.
That's a really good point, man.
That's true.
That's a really
That
good
is
point,
true.
Ryan.
Ryan McCullum.
So there's this differential here. So I would argue that as a woman, if you're like, I don't want a guy to, I don't want a guy to watch. I think the equivalent request and demand on the man's part would be to say, I don't want you on social media. I think that's the equivalent request.
Like actually posting on social media or just on it in general?
Yeah, no social media, no Instagram.
I don't think that's equivalent.
I don't think that's equivalent either.
I think
Yeah,
equivalent would
because there's
be
no
more
guys
so
like
her
Because men can
showing
get
off.
attention on
naked.
social media.
Really?
It's
How many?
also not.
How many? Hold on. Okay, let me ask. I don't know where I'll start on this. How many DMs? Who said that?
Me.
You? Okay. How many DMs do you get from random dudes
I mean, I get DMs.
every day?
Not every day, but
Couple
it-
week?
highly.
Okay. How many DMs are you sending out?
I mean, if I see someone's attractive, I'll slide up with a heart eye, say you look good.
How many DMs have you ever sent in your whole life
Like to a guy.
to a guy who you're like,
A
oh, he's
couple.
hot? How many?
I can't count, but
Five?
not
3,
five.
4? More?
More probably. Like not like different guys, but if a guy looks good and I know him, I'm gonna tell him.
What's the ratio? Like, how many DMs are you receiving to how
It's
many you're
definitely
sending?
higher. Yes, I get
Okay.
more DMs than a guy would.
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely some differentials here, but yeah, I would argue that the sort of validation that you're getting on social media, that's pretty damaging to a relationship.
I mean, if you allow it to, I guess.
I don't think it's half as damaging as sexual infidelity.
Wait, is not as damaging as sexual?
Sorry. I don't think that like being on like Instagram,
getting
or
DMs from
social
them.
media, any of that is it's nowhere near the damage that sexual infidelity does.
What do you mean? That is the a woman being on Instagram is like the what's it called? The gateway to infidelity.
If you allow it
What's
to.
it-
I feel like
You
You can't hope that guys will find her attractive.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but when you put yourself out there on porn, you want people to see that you're
But
attractive.
here's the difference, right? When it comes to men and women, so men and women are not the same. Like women, the way you flirt is to just kind of put yourself out there. So you won't slide into a guy's DMs, but you'll post like an attractive, sexy photo, which will kind of prompt men to then DM you. You're not going to approach a guy, but you'll just go to the bar or the club or the party, and guys are just going to come up to you. So men and women operate very differently. That's why I'm actually very much against like dating a girl who goes out and goes to bars, clubs, and parties. Now I don't drink. I don't go to parties. Well, actually, I had a hard seltzer. Bro, today was a little mess. So I don't drink though, generally speaking. So I had half the fucking bottle. So
Okay.
yeah.
Don't worry.
So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is like, as a guy, you can go to a bar or a club, grab a drink, sit at the bar. Nobody's gonna fucking talk to you the entire night. But a girl, you go to a bar, club, party, whatever, with your girls, even by yourself, you're going to get hit on. So that's why it's actually a bigger red flag for a girl to be like going out and partying in a relationship. Same with like having social media. Like a guy can go through his whole life, average guy, normal guy, go through his whole life. Girl will never slide into his DMs. Average girl, 500 followers, public account, college girl, bro, she's getting DMs from dudes. College guys, blue check, whatever. So it's totally different. So in a relationship, no, but here's the thing. Since men and women are different, we have different strategies here. Like men are, oh shit, how's it go? Men are, is it advertisers and women are marketers? Yeah, men are advertisers, women are marketers. So you kind of just like put yourself out there. It's like kind of the difference of like, okay, y'all are the employers and men are coming to you. Here's my resume. Whereas men, it's like we're fucking passing out our resume everywhere and shit. And so like men, when we get into a relationship, we stop like our edge when it comes to dating would be like DMing a girl, going out to DMing a girl, approaching a girl. But obviously we realize in society, hey, we cut that off when we're in a relationship. We stop doing that because that's cheating. But women never stop their edge when it comes to you're still on the market. Even when you're in a relationship, when you're going to the bar, when you're going to the club, when you're posting on Instagram, you're still on the market because you're still like sourcing men even when you're in a relationship. That's why so many women, when they break up with a dude, they got a replacement immediately.
But that could
Quick.
play with men too.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like you're trying to like target a lot of these questions, but in reality, it goes both ways. I mean, sure, maybe to you, it seems like it's majority, like this is happening to guys because of women. But like it goes the same way. Like it happens to women because of guys.
Maybe shift your mic to the
Me?
yeah, just a little bit to your left.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Men, it's not advertisers. Men are salesmen, women are marketers. That's the differential. So in a committed relationship, a man should stop pitching and a woman should stop advertising. That's my view.
Would you not like your girlfriend to be like most men like the girlfriend to be attractive and approached by other men because then you can kind of put them on a pedestal of I've got her but everyone wants her? Or would you say you were too insecure for people to approach?
Well, I
you
can't.
misses?
I mean, I can't like if she's going to Trader Joe's, I'm not going to be able to stop like men from approaching her. But I mean, I do prefer women who dress more modestly. I prefer women who aren't like putting themselves all over social media, Instagram, and I will not date a girl who's like clubbing, partying, doing that shit.
Yeah,
Won't
but
date her at all.
People can still post photos where they've fully clothed and still go about the days as I used to post selfies. I'm still posting selfies now. I don't see why they need to stop doing that. Like whether it was the most Christian girl possible, why do they then need to stop posting pictures of their face because
Well, I'm
the
talking
boy's
about
too insecure?
I mean, their faces, that's not a huge deal, but like posting like sexually provocative
But that's not
photos.
what you were
But what
saying.
if they're not?
That's what I was saying.
No, you were
No.
just saying Instagram in general. You
Well,
said
okay,
no
there
social
was an
media.
implication there of like,
Yeah.
perhaps I failed to kind of give a bit more nuance.
Okay.
So like if she's posting like revealing like bikini
I
photos
see
and
that's
shit.
understandable.
Yeah, that's-
I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Like-
you
That's
meant,
understandable.
And it's like
regular
there's
Instagram.
differences though. Like there's like a more tame bikini photo, and then there's like a here's my ass bikini photo.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
obviously
there's
that would be
levels to this shit.
unacceptable.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that.
There's
I'm
levels
thinking you
to
meant
this
like a
shit.
regular
And
general
look,
Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I'm not super hardcore with it. Like I'm not like, but
Ninja Smokehouse
preferably
donated $69.
no social media.
So if
or
God
minimal.
puts the man in front of you now, you would reject him for your career. Let's do math. 2 guys a week is 100 plus guys a year. And you're still single, it's you not the men. Try being a lady.
God forbid a woman wants a career. Oh my gosh. So like, I'm not understanding.
I mean, well, wait a second. Hang on. That's kind of disingenuous because it doesn't really answer to what he's saying.
I mean, like what
What
I
he's
don't
saying
understand.
is that if God were to put that perfect man in your lap,
Mm-hmm.
you would still reject him for your career because of, well, what I like to call meism. Me, right?
I feel like-
I mean, in my
Yeah,
definition.
hang on. That's
Sorry,
the key, right? That's what he's getting at. Is he's saying you would still reject what could be the best thing for you because of what it is that you think is some inherent goal or some inherent purpose. And so he's saying that that would obviously, from a Christian worldview, lead to massive regret down the road because it seems that you're not fulfilling the function that you would normally fill as a woman inside of a Christian marriage. That's what he's saying.
In my opinion, I feel like a man that God would put in front of me that's perfect, I don't think my career would be an issue. That's just what I'm gonna say, yeah. Because I don't.
So I'm sorry, are you there to fulfill what God's purpose for you is, or are you there to fulfill what your purpose for you is?
God's purpose, of course, yes.
Yeah, so then what's God's purpose for you?
If he puts a perfect man in my way and it's his purpose for me to marry him, I do not believe that my career would be an issue.
Yeah, I know, but what if that's God's purpose?
How would I? I'm saying it again, if God puts a man in my life and it's his purpose for me to marry him and he's the perfect man for me, my career wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, how do you
Intel
know?
Wild donated
Because that's
$69. Hey Brandon, since you're a cuck, have you ever thought about dyeing your hair blue? You are a beta, libtard, degenerate Kuma.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I'm what?